Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah, for those of you who didn't know that. And today I am doing the 10 things I hate in books. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So these are in kind of no particular order, and I will also say that there are like a few, very few exceptions where I might like the book even though they have these tropes in them, but usually it's really a turn off whenever these tropes are in it. But I have like a few exceptions, but usually I don't. So the first one is the insta love, where they meet and they are instantly in love and they want to be together forever, and they have met like 2 seconds ago. And they don't know anything about each other, but they just know it. And I mean, no. It doesn't happen in the real world. Not like,
oh, that is the person I want to marry.
I mean, yeah, you can see a person and it's like, oh, he's kind of hot. But I don't know him, so I can't say that I'm in love with him. I mean, if you are going to make that more realistic, it's like the main character sees the person and thinks that I want to get to know this person because, I mean, the main person can think,
I think he's hot, I want to get to know him.
Or like,
oh, he seems like a nice guy, I really want to get to know him.
Not like,
oh, he's a hot guy, I'm going to marry him.
That's not realistic, and I mean, it's not a real world. You don't instantly fall in love. The second is miscommunication. I mean, like, they hear something from someone and it's like,
oh, I know, he's cheating on me.
I mean, and they don't talk about it. I mean, yeah, you can be mad at the person, but talk to him. It's not that hard. And, I mean, it's like when there is so much miscommunication, and I'm just getting really annoyed because in the real world you actually talk to the person. I mean, yeah, you can be mad and kind of don't want to talk to him, but I mean, if you are seriously angry, then you might not talk to him right away. But eventually you will figure out that, hey, maybe I should talk to him because he can tell the truth. I mean, communication is not that hard. And I mean, yeah, being 16 and like,
oh no, he's cheating on me.
And then they're going to talk to each other and all they do is fight. I mean, you can actually talk to a person and like not completely just fight all the way and just,
woohoo.
I mean, it's really annoying. Yeah. Number 3 is the bad representation, where it's like a person has some kind of disease, and all of a sudden, like in fantasy, they get into the world and everything is fine. And then I'm like, but what happened? Or that someone is like trying because they think that they need some representation of some kind, and they don't kind of get it right. That I feel like they don't kind of know too much about it, and it just gets really bad, and things like don't go that well, and yeah, it kind of just gets bad because it gets like a bad picture of how someone with that like disability actually is. And I think that if you have really good like representation of a disability, I feel like those books are so great. But you kind of need to, yeah, like play along with it and know exactly what you are talking about before you actually write something about that. Yeah, number 4 is slut shaming. I can't stand when like, yeah, boys or girls are really slut shaming a person, and it's not challenged at all. It's just like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, if you were in real life and someone was slut shaming you, would you just say,
oh, okay, that's alright?
I mean, no, you wouldn't. And I mean, it's not okay to slut shame, and nothing happens with it. I mean, yeah, in this world there are a lot of crap, and people are really talking, like, really, like, they are just a mess, some of them. And I mean, yeah, there is, but it usually is challenged. If the main person is like brave, like usually the main characters is, I mean, there wouldn't be a problem. I mean, yeah, you can throw some dirt at the main character, but at least make her challenge it. And I mean, if there is a lot of it, it's not okay. I mean, like, you have this bad boy that is really like only throwing dirt at a person. It's not okay. And at least, and like, nobody's saying anything. That is really making me pissed off. Yeah. Number 5 is the overly jealous boyfriend or girlfriend. Mostly is the boyfriend. And I mean, yeah, it's okay that they are like a little jealous, because yeah, in real life the person you are together with can be a little jealous if they don't know the person you are talking to, and things like that. But like the overly jealous person who is jealous of anyone that the girlfriend is talking to, and he's like, oh, come on, we're going, even though if she's talking to a boy or a girl or anything. And that is, it kind of annoys me, because I know that for me, I kind of don't like the overly jealous person who is like, you kind of can't talk to anyone before he gets jealous. And you almost can't have friends because he's jealous. So yeah, I mean, a little jealousy, like, if he wants to, like, kind of a little bit like who is that person, and because he kind of wants to know who you are like hanging out with, not like in the jealous way, but he kind of wants to know that you are hanging out with kind of good people who are good for you. Because not like jealous, but more like a little protective. He wants to know that you are okay with these persons. Not like he wants to know who that person is because he, like when you say it, he's just going to go there and beat him up. So yeah. Number 6 is love triangles. I mean, there are so many love triangles, and I mean, some of them I thinking like, oh, but I mean like, yeah, I'm not going to say that I enjoy them because I don't, because I'm saying that if you are in love with 2 persons, choose the second one, because if you had liked the first one, you wouldn't have fallen for the other. And yeah, I mean, love triangles they just aren't great. I mean, I don't like it when it's like, mostly it's like the good guy and the bad guy, and they are like fighting over them, and usually you know that, oh, it's that guy she's going to choose. I mean, you know which person she's going to choose in the end. Most likely it's the bad boy. But yeah. Number 7 is the kick-ass girl who just doesn't perform and be kick-ass. I mean, you write this really, really kick-ass girl, but once it comes to like the overall picture, she's just not that kick-ass girl. She's just described as it, and it just doesn't hold. And I mean, if you're going to write a kick-ass character, I mean, I haven't read the book, I don't know how she is in the book, but in the TV show, I mean, Olenna Tyrell, I mean, if you're going to write a kick-ass character, make her do something. I mean, even though she's old, she's really a kick-ass. I mean, she does all the things that she wants to do because she has her own mind set on something, and she's doing all these like kick-ass things so that she gets it like how she wants. And I mean, if you're writing a kick-ass character, she needs to be that. You can't just pull her down so she's not that great. Number 8 is the villain without a backstory. They are just evil because they are evil. I mean, that's not a description. I want to know, why was this character... What made this character so bad? What made him turn into a villain? Because a villain wasn't born a villain. Usually something happens and they become the villain because of that thing. I want the villain to have this really good backstory on why he became the villain. And I mean, it's not that hard to do. I mean, the Darkling from Shadow and Bone, he has a backstory on why he became the villain. And, for example, Maleficent has a backstory. Like, she has one, and usually all the villains has a backstory. And I want that backstory. I don't want like the villain to be evil just because he's evil, because that's not a thing. Number 9 is forced diversity, where you are like,
oh, this person is just going to be there because he's gay.
Or
This person is just going to be there because I need some diversity in this book.
I mean, you can't force someone to like be something without actually like doing it further. I mean, if you're going to have the gay best friend, at least just don't let him be there because you need some diversity. I mean, just don't let him be there because he's gay. I mean, you need to have, if you're going to have diversity, at least make them actually do something and make them important in the story, not just have him in there because you need some diversity. Because I feel like we need more diversity in books. I mean, it is like, oh, I need some diversity. Let's have a gay person in here. Let's have a, I almost said albino, not that though, but I mean, we need some more like, yeah, like main characters, or at least if you're going to have a side character, make him a good side character who actually is important to the story and just not like he is there. Number 10, that is the perfect main character that doesn't have any flaws. And I mean, everyone has flaws, and you can't just be like, this person is going to be flawless, she doesn't have any flaws, she doesn't make any mistakes, and she's 16. And I mean, we all have done some really stupid decisions when we were that young. Because who doesn't? I mean, we're not perfect, and so shouldn't your character be. She should, or he should, have some flaws and actually be able to do some things that makes them really learn. And that is like how they grow. I mean, I don't think they should just grow because they get older. I feel like they should grow because they actually have done some mistakes that you can learn from. And yeah, that was the 10 things I hate in books. And yeah, that was it for this video. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more videos. And follow me on all of my social media. And I will see you next time. Bye!